Hi again everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to a very special video here today. Today is the very first episode of our new series on the channel where I create houses or apartments for any Sims uploaded to the gallery using the hashtag RachelPedd So when you guys upload your Sims to the gallery and provide me a description, I will build an apartment or house based on that. So today we are renovating an apartment for this lovely family here who were created by @Plumdot over on Twitter. I will link her social medias down below for you guys, and we will put a very brief description up on the screen for you now that we will read through together. Hey RachelPedd, Jax has been taking care of his little sisters ever since their mum left, and they've been moving from foster home to foster home. Now that Jax is almost 18 and being removed from the system, they would love a place that they could call home. So without further ado, we will get onto the speed build as Jax is falling asleep. So here we are renovating this lovely apartment block for this lovely family. Now, I decided to renovate Penny Pizzazz's, I always feel really weird saying Penny Pizzazz's old apartment block just because I thought it was a really nice size, and I wanted the girls to share a room as well, because not because they're twins, but because I just had it in my head as soon as I saw this family. I was like, I'm gonna let the girls share a room. So we have like an open plan kitchen, living, dining space, which is really nice, although it did take me quite a while to get it sorted. Like I was really struggling with color schemes and things today, so you'll have to bear with me. Initially I wanted to go like really clean and white and modern, and then I was like, no, I just changed my mind halfway through, so you'll see a lot of swatch changing and a lot of me just being very indecisive, but what else is new, because that's just what I do, right? So this is the kitchen area, and although I really like this color scheme, when I started adding the sofas in to like the living space, I then changed my mind on the swatches for the kitchen counters and cabinets, just because I thought everything went together a little bit better. And also this apartment contains a lot of detailing and a lot of clutter, so that's probably why it took me maybe slightly longer than some of my other apartments, because what I've found is, obviously I'm very new to this and this is a brand new series on the channel, and I'm planning on doing regular uploads. I'm not going to sort of pinpoint exactly when I'm going to be doing them, but it's going to be regular. It's going to be at least once a month where I'll go to the gallery and just see what you guys have uploaded. And by the way, I have so many families to choose from already, so thank you all so much for taking the time to create these Sims. But I will be doing it on a regular basis, as I was saying, and what I found when I was doing this was that because I knew the family that was going to be moving in here, I could cater everything for that family. So given that this particular family, he's like a nearly 18-year-old like teenager, and he's looking after his twin sisters, which I think is a really nice backstory. I fell in love with this family as soon as I read the description on the gallery. I was like, I have to do a house or apartment for this family, because I just completely fell in love with them, so much so that I'm kind of debating whether or not to play with them like off camera. I digress anyway. But what I found really easy was, because I knew the Sims that were going to be moving in here, I could cater everything for those Sims, and it was so refreshing, because normally I try to keep things quite generic, although sometimes I'll have this like vague backstory in the back of my head, and I'll think, okay, well, so this family's going to have 3 kids and they're going to be sort of around these ages, but it's difficult because you guys are downloading the houses and playing with them with your families. So as much as I enjoy what I've been doing, I think this series on the channel is just really refreshing, and I'm really looking forward to doing more and more episodes. As I've been having a bit of a ramble like I normally do, we're already onto the living space, and I love the green. That green swatch of those counters from the Dream Home Decorator pack are definitely my favourites, but when I started adding like more tones of blue into the apartment, I decided to change the swatch for the cabinets to like a blue and like an orangey wood toned colour, which I think works really well actually. So I'm not complaining, but I'm looking back on the footage and I've actually sped this up a little bit faster than some of my normal apartments. Granted, it's been a while since I've uploaded an apartment to the channel. I don't know why. Apartments are relatively quick to put together, so I'm not entirely sure why I haven't done one in such a long time. I've got to be in the mood to do an apartment, and as much as I love doing them, I prefer building houses. I suppose it just depends. I'm not gonna I'm not going to say it depends how lazy I'm feeling, because that's not fair either, because you're still building. But what I'm trying to say is that I've actually sped it up a little bit quicker just to try and keep the footage relatively short, because you would expect that from an apartment. But yes, it's sped up ever so slightly quicker because, as I was saying, a lot of detailing goes into this, and all I was thinking while I was doing it was, okay, you've got to keep this family in the back of your mind while you're doing it. You've got everything that you're doing is for this family. So the beauty with this is that you guys will be able to, because I will have linked all the details down in the description box below, where you can download the Sims, how you can download the apartment. So the beauty is, if you want to play with this family, you download the family and then you place the apartment and you are good to go. This family, sorry, not the family, this apartment is designed for this specific family. So I think it's just a really, really nice, it's like a refreshing thing for the channel. I guess it's going to keep things a little bit spicy. So I had such a good time doing it, I can't even tell you, and I can't wait for the next episode. I've already picked out the family that I'm going to be creating a house or apartment for. I think I'm probably tempted to go a house because we've done an apartment this time, so I might try and like alternate it, so we do like apartment house, apartment house, apartment house. But we'll see how things go. And at the moment, there's a lot of families on the gallery using the hashtag RachelPedd and I really wasn't expecting it. And I want to just try and manage everybody's expectations. I might not get round to every single family, but I'm definitely going to try and cover like as much diversity as I can, and the amount of Sims that we've got going on and everything like that. So rest assured, I have ideas. I have some good ideas. So I'm going to put this out there right now because I'm feeling bold. Now, this is potentially one of my favorite apartments that I've ever built. And it's not because it's stylish, and it's not because looking at it, it's one of the best ones. But I'm going back to, because the family had already been created and I knew who I was building this for, I was able to personalize it, and I think that's definitely given it this lease of life that it wouldn't have had initially. And I'm going to say it's probably one of my favourite apartments that I've ever done, and I can't even tell you how much fun I had doing this apartment. And like I said, I cannot wait for the next episode already, and I need to pace myself, because if for any reason I decide that I don't want to upload 1 month, this kind of thing, I don't want to put that kind of pressure on myself. But just know that this is definitely going to be a regular occurrence on the channel, and you guys seem really, really excited for this as well. And the love and the comments and everything that I've been getting surrounding this series on the channel, it's quite overwhelming. Actually, I wasn't expecting really many people to be uploading their Sims, but you guys seem really, really keen on this idea, so long may it continue. But I was going to say that we're almost finished with the living area, and I think we're almost there. It's just that as I said, I go back and make some swatch changes, because I was looking at it and I was like, it's just not giving off the vibe that I had envisioned for this particular family. You've got to remember that Jax is like he's young, and he has to look after his twin sisters who are younger than him, and it's a lot of responsibility. So as much as he wants to still be a kid, kind of, he has to take on the responsibility of, okay, well, I've got to look after my twin sisters now, so I need to book my ideas up. And so you'll see elements of, like, it's quite young and quite juvenile. That's definitely the theme that I was going for with this. It's not sophisticated in any way. It's not sort of fashionable in the terms of the decoration. And I was just trying to think of Jax and his sisters and what kind of apartment they would be living in. Now, the only thing that's upset me about this entire process is that I think I saw, when I was having a look at the overview of the apartment after I'd finished it was more expensive than I had anticipated. But when you add clutter in The Sims isn't free, even if it's just like a random item. And let's not forget, like, a toilet roll costs 50 simoleons. Let's just take that in for a second, which I think is really bizarre. But it was more expensive than I'd anticipated, and I think logistically, like, an 18-year-old probably wouldn't be able to afford this apartment, but it is catered for them. And I didn't want to have to give up, like, any clutter or any personalization because I was on a budget. I wasn't given a budget for this family, first of all. so I suppose it doesn't really count anyway. But I was just thinking, like, in terms of realism, it's probably a bit too expensive for poor Jax, but it's okay. It still works in terms of storytelling and things like that. So if you don't mind playing with cheats, then this is perfect. So this is the girls' room. As I was saying at the start, they do share this room, and I'm really happy with how this came out. Initially, I was going to go like soft pastel pinks, and it was just going to be like pink and white. And then as I was going through the room, I started adding lots of colour, like oranges, yellows, and all these other different colours. And I started to change the swatch. I changed the swatch of the beds right at the end to like the yellow swatch of this bed, and it just worked so much better. It just added that more personalization to the room. Now, I am aware that the twins have two different styles. That was made clear to me, but I didn't want to have like two different beds, you know? So they've got the same beds. They obviously share this room, but they can still have their own interests as well. So if you want to take it that little bit further and, you know, differentiate the twins in that way, then please do. But I was thinking in my head that they didn't really mind with their bedroom, because they're just thankful that they're out of foster care now and they're living with Jax, and they're just very thankful. And it's such a nice story, and I always go back, it's such a nice story, and being able to think about it in a totally different way when you're building is, again, so refreshing. I can't even tell you. The mind boggles how excited I am. It's not even funny. Anyway, this is my favourite room of the I was going to say of the house. It's not a house, it's an apartment. Come on, Rachel, get with the beat. It's an apartment. It's so vibrant and it's youthful, it's colourful, and I think Jax is just wanted this space to be safe for his sisters. He will protect them at all costs, and he just wanted this to be their own room. And my heart, I have to play with this family. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna have to. I'm not normally a game player. We've talked about this as well, but I'm not normally a game player. Normally I'm just primarily a builder. But this is such a nice way to integrate the two like elements of the game, you know? I'm gonna stop talking about it, but this is Jax's room. So the idea with this is that he sacrificed the bigger room for the girls, because I've just gone back to, he would do anything for them. So he took the smaller room because he was thinking, well, I don't really need much room. I just need a bed and a dresser and a TV and my games console, and I am good to go. So that was kind of the cute little story here. And given the fact that I also ran out of room, that would also make a lot of sense. So I just thought I'd add to the storyline as well, which I thought was really, really nice. So there's not too much going on in this room, to be totally honest, but I actually really like how it looks. And it's really funny because what winds me up with rooms like this is that I really struggle to take screenshots, because although it looks really, really good from here, in the screenshots I just could not seem to make it look half decent. And I was like, but this is a nice room, like why can I not make this look good in the screenshots? But I suppose it's just the size of it, and there isn't really much going on in here in terms of detailing and clutter. I do add some little bits here and there just to add a bit of personalization, as I was saying, but in terms of like the rest of the in comparison to the rest of the apartment, it's relatively straightforward. But I've just seen the footage and I've been rambling on, and I'm gonna have to like start doing my little outro, so that here we go. So this you can grab this apartment from the gallery under my origin ID, which is RachelPedd. You can grab the Sims. I will put all the details down below. You can get them from the gallery as well, and she creates the most amazing Sims. I'll also link the tray files down below as well. But thank you so much everyone for joining me here today. I can't wait to do more of these episodes. You guys take care, and I will see you next time I post a video. Bye!